Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video of me, Fuzzball40. Today I'm bringing you in, I guess, part 4 now of the most profitable sniping filters. If you haven't gone and seen parts 1, 2 and 3 yet, go and do it because they're the most profitable ways of doing it. This method is more long-winded, but it's something just to add. You know, like I told you, we build building blocks and we start off at the Bundesliga, then we go to this, like to the CSL, then League and this is one, once you've gone around those a few times, you've got bored, this is one where you can sit there and just go, okay, cool, do I want to just try something else? Now, the most important thing to note about this one is we're talking about specific players, okay? And these are players that aren't necessarily the most meta in the game, but they're desirable for teams. Most of them are Premier League because that's the best way to go with Premier League. But I'd just caveat it with, be careful when you do this method that you're checking what the cheapest price is at the moment and you're not buying too expensive. So I'm filming this on Saturday. Every single player's price is going to be inflated because it's weekend league and people are buying weekend league players. The best time to try and do this method is to do it on a Monday, Tuesday, when the market's a bit low and people are desperate to try and sell off their teams. People will undercut each other massively. So either you can then hold those players until they go back up again. Again, I tell you, use footbin, check footbin. But you can either hold those players until they go back up again, or you can just list them straight away and someone will pick them up. So, start off your usual way. Bundesliga, go through the ones I've already taught you. CSL, go through centre-backs, but also look at the ones you've already been taught yourself. And then go on to Ligue 1, okay? I think, okay, cool, they're the three that I've got. Before we get into this, actually, also, I will tell you something else. I dropped a video last night at about 6:30, I think it was. Go and watch that video. You will make a ton of coins by watching it. It's League SBC pre-investments. There are players that can just sit in your club that cost you 200 coins and they'll go to 2, 3, 4,000 coins. Go and watch that video. But anyway, so you do those three there and use those as your main methods of making coins. As more SBCs are released, I'll release more videos and then you'll literally have a massive cycle like I did last year where I was making 150,000 coins a day. But the players that I want to talk about, we'll do it one by one. We'll start off with Sissoko. Now, he's an obvious one, but he's massively underlooked in terms of people actually sniping him. So at the moment today, he is selling for 11,000 coins, which is what he tends to go for when it's weekend league. That's annoying. There you go. That was one right there for 9,000. I would have bought him straight away and listed him for 11. Someone would have picked him up without a doubt at 11. He's going for 11,000 coins, right? The 10,750, 10,000 there. Even if you bought that one for 11, you'd make money make money from it. But so I can see he's going for 11. So I'm going to list mine. I'm going to look at them for 10, right? So 9,600. Someone else has got in there first. You see how common they come up though? They come up so often. So what I do here is a usual way of just flicking through. So essentially you want anything below 10k or below is going to make profit, right? Ideally you want to go slightly below that. The problem I have with this is what you need to do. Sit here and sniping them off or whatever. And the reason I don't like this is it takes long to do, but sometimes you get a ridiculously good deal. So the other day, I was sitting doing this, and I picked up a Sissoko for, I think, 6,900 coins, and sold him for 12,000. So I made 5,000 coin profits. But essentially, that's the way you do it. I'm not going to sit here and show you a video like this, because it takes bloody ages, but... There we go, 9,009. So I now know there are ones listed for 11. I'm going to go listen for 11. Someone will buy him for 11. A lazy buyer will pick him up for 11. So my profit there is not massive. It's maybe 500 coins profit. But that's one right there. That's a Sissoko. I don't want the 10.5k one. There's no point. But people don't understand. People overlook Sissokos. So 10,000. I'm assuming... Are these both? Okay, we'll buy him. We'll buy him. Okay, so I've got one there. Lazy buyers will buy them. So I'm going to go here, list him for 11. So after tax, I'm looking at 400 coins profit. It's not masses, but it's profit. And I don't care. I always say this to everyone. It's as long as I'm making profit, I'm happy. That's what I care about. All I've ever cared about is making sure I'm making profit. Is that one that I'm going to see again? I'm going to see the same one I already saw. Let me go quickly. So there you go, look. The one that I listed first off earlier on straight away, sold, right? And it's not masses, but if you can do 10 of those in a day, there's 5,000, and it supplements the other methods that I was talking to you about. So that's the Sissoko, and I've just shown you straight away how it works. Felipe Anderson's the next one. The reason why Felipe Anderson is so sought after is because he's one of the only cheap, pacey left wingers from the Premier League. Most of the left wingers in the Premier League are expensive, and they aren't that people aren't going to sit there and trade in them. If we look at Felipe Anderson, let's see what he's selling for at the moment. Go down to like 8. It'd probably be slightly more than that. So 8.7. He's selling for about 8.6, right? So if we got to think about tax. So if I sell him for 8.6. 10 is 86, half at 4.3, so 430 off. So I need to basically buy him for about 8k in order. We'll try and get one for 8k. It's possible, don't get me wrong. There are times that I've got him for 8k. So I missed out on that one. But there you go. Again, I'm showing you how often they come up. If I'm sitting here ready to go, I probably get one for 8k. If I'm sitting there ready to snipe him then. And again, it's not masses of coins. But just look and just like 200, 300, 400, 500 coins. I do this and sometimes I'll sit there and someone will list of Felipe Anderson because he's an 84. And they won't know about it for 5,400 like I've just done there. 5,400 and he's selling for 8,600. People aren't aware of what these cards are selling for. I'm going to list him for 8.4 so he sells straight away. But it's a no-brainer. There you go right there. I've just shown you. I was literally making the point that people underlist him and they've just gone and done that. So I've just bought one for 5,400. Because people just list him stupidly. They just don't bother. What I tend to do, I usually wouldn't sit here and do this again. I just want to see if there's any more because obviously he's been listed for low. But I would normally at this point go, okay, cool, move on to someone else because the problem you have with this is that you will then end up on the transfer market. There you go, right. The Sissoko just bought sold. Anderson I just bought sold. So we were at 953, I think. And this video was started filming 6 minutes ago. So in 6 minutes, I've just made nearly 5,000 coins. There you go. It's that easy. Nearly 5,000 coins in literally 6 minutes. So you times that by the 10 for an hour, it's 50,000 coins. Next one I'm going to show you, Wan-Bissaka. He really fluctuates in price. I don't know what he's costing at the moment. But I don't think it's more than a few K. Maybe a bit more than that. Maybe more. So it's about 6, maybe slightly less. The reason again for him, the reason why I say him, he's 79 rated. Some people do not realise just how cheap he is, just how good he is, how expensive he is, and you get really good deals on him. So 5.3, 5.2. So essentially I'm going to say here about 5k is what he's on, right? We're going to go 4,300. Anything I get him near that with, if I get him, is profit. And I don't know if I will. I can even go up to 4.5 if I want to. If I listen for 5.3, yeah, in fact, I'll go up to 4.6 because that will make me profit still. Might get kicked in a second if we get kicked. Chances are we will get kicked. But the reason for it is right backs in the Premier League are all very expensive. He's a pacey right back that ain't too expensive. Let me just lift up to there, see if we get any. So it looks like there's no bites on him realistically. 5,003 is where I'll come back to him in a second. So Wan-Bissaka's another one. So far, Sissoko, Felipe Anderson, Wan-Bissaka. Another one, another right back, Ricardo Pereira. Okay. Now, I don't know what he sells for at the moment. I don't tend to use method all the time, but he's not too spenny. But he's another pacey right back from the Premier League. And that's why, because people haven't always got the money for Cancelo or Walker. Alright, so 6.5, 6. There's a 5.7 there, to be fair. But he's probably gone. So let's look at 6,100. There's some. Damn it. There you go. Again, I'm showing you though. 5,000 coins for him there. So 6,000, there's nothing on the market for, right? So he's 6.3 is the most, minimum. So 6.3 is his min at the moment. Again, people don't realise that these cards are worth something because they don't have... Let's just quickly sit here. It's going to kick me any second now. We're going to get kicked from Ultimate Team after that stupid thing. But just sit here for a little while. Don't sit here for too long. It's not worth it. If nothing's biting, go back and do normal League SBC method that I've been showing you. The other profitable filters. This is more legitimate sniping than the other videos. Yeah, it's kicked me from Ultimate Team. It will do this. If you don't buy a player and move on, it will kick you from Ultimate Team, but we'll come back onto it. But Pereira's another one that I just showed you again. One came up 5,000. He's selling for 6.3. If you sold him for 6.3, you just made 1,000 coins, which is very, very quick, very easy. And these are no-brainers. They don't take too long to do. And I tell you, the whole point of these is to supplement your income on it anyway. So whatever you're making from playing the game normally, is that the right way around? There we go. Whatever you're making on the game, like as it is anyway, this is just to help make more. Like you just want to make a bit more coins. And then the methods that you haven't got to sit there for ages, you haven't got to put massive risk into, you're just sitting there going, okay, cool, they're selling for 6.3 right now. I can see they're selling for 6.3. So let me go and look and see if I can get one for under 6. So let's go 6. Let's go like 5. I'm going to go 6 just to see if any come up at 6. I just want to see what the market's like at the moment. We'll do it for a second more with Pereira and then we'll move on to the next one. I'll give it to like 30 and if nothing comes up then we won't bother. But you just saw the 5k one that came up, which was a no-brainer. Okay, well, it's not coming up. Right, next one. Socrates. He is a relatively pacey Premier League centre-back, alright? And he's relatively affordable for people. But because he's 84 rated again, people don't know what his value is. People are really not aware when they lift him up of what he's worth. I hate when it does that. Like, I'm just like, just let me 6'4". So what's he selling for at the moment? So 6'6" is one there. So about 6'6" is really what he's selling for. So if you get one anywhere near 6,000, you're making profit. Why has my screen just come off there? What's happened there? Weird. So again, we might not get one, but it's just a way to change it up. So when you're doing the Bundesliga, when you're doing the CSL, the Liga, when other ones come out, when you're doing all that stuff to go, okay, cool, this is what I've got, it's just one to supplement and put stuff on top of it. Socrates is a really, really good one. It's not easy, and it takes time up, and it's a bit of a grind to sit here ages and just go try and bang them out, bang them out, bang them out, bang them out. But if you do get one, then it's happy days. It's really, really happy days. Right, so none of the market are biting for him at the moment. And then what I do is, I'm gonna stick to Premier League ones for now. I'll show you a couple more before we finish. I then go, okay, cool. If he's not biting, I'll go back to Sissoko. I know Sissoko's selling for 11, so we'll go down to 10. See if we get any for 10 again with Sissoko. 6.5k, people. I just missed out on 6.5k. That is gut-wrenching. But that's why I say to you, there's a 1 for 10k, I'll take that. 7 for 11, I made a profit again. This is why I say to you, it's a no-brainer. Go and do these methods that I'm teaching you. There's no reason not to be doing this. Like, people say to me like, about time and X, Y, Z, and that's why I can't trade. It's a nonsense argument. Anyone can trade with if you do it right with the right amount of time. Anyone can trade. It's not true to say that no, you can't trade. Anyone can, and if you get lucky, like you pick them up and whatnot, you ain't got to make masses at a time. You just got to keep banging them out and going, okay, cool. I'm making a 400 coins at a time. Each minute I make 400 coins. By the end of the hour, you've made yourself like 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 coins. Right, we'll go Felipe on this one again because we already bought one. Let's try Felipe. So we know he's selling. What was he selling for? You on 8,300 was it? Pretty sure it was 8.5 at the moment is what he's selling for. He's selling for 8.5. So I'll go like 7.5. Because I'm not one of those people that sit there fussy being, I've got to make loads of profit off of them. No, I'm happy to make 500 at a time. There we go, 7.4. Another one bought. Another will go straight to the market for 8.4. And the best time to do it is weekend league. People finish their games and just list them cheaply and get rid of them. But especially Fridays. Mondays even. Mondays and Tuesdays I love doing this. When packs get released, I sit there and just bang it out. Because the price could go down and down and down. And then they bounce back. So you've got two options. Flip straight away. Or allow them to recover. And then buy them back again. And it's so easy. And I love it. It's free coins. It's all free coins. It doesn't cost a lot to do. And the way I see it, you saw the video yesterday where I invested in all the Serie A players. It pays for all my Serie A players. So one sold straight away. There you go. That Felipe Henderson I've just made. If he sold for 8.4, half the 8, I made 800 coins profit on him. That's the Sissoko will eventually go. And yeah, right, so Anderson. Right, I'm going to show you a couple outside of the leagues. I probably won't sit here sniping them, but I want to give you an idea. De Jong. Frankie De Jong. So he's more of a spenny one. If I'm not mistaken, well, he's not that much anymore. I don't know why I've just gone up high. I know he's not high. He's about, is he 37 odd now? Even cheaper than that, 33 odd now. You can tell I haven't done this method properly for a little while, but 25. Mate, I'm going to have to buy him for my team. He's actually sick. Let's go down to like 22,500. Right, so yeah, there we are. He's selling for 23.5 is what he's selling for at the moment in and around that region. 24,250. So there's one for 23 there. So if you think the average here, we'll say 24 he's selling for as an average. Based on his price, 24. If you send him at 24,000, your tax is 10% of that is 2,400, 1,200. So you need to be looking to buy him at 22.5 max is what you need to be looking at buying him at. I highly doubt anyone's going to send them right now for 22.5 because he's sitting there. We'll just look up a couple, but 22.5 is your target buy price on this video. But just make sure that you're actually not doing it. Like, going right here, he said 22.5. Make sure you're actually doing it separately and getting the set price that they cost yourself. Like Nelson Semedo, he's up because of a weekend league, but I've seen this guy go for 10k at times when people don't realise his value. 15 is what he's there for at the moment. I'm about to get kicked off. I'm acutely aware of that by trying to do this. So let's see if we can get one. So if you sell him, he's going to go 750 would be the tax on him. So 14,250 realistically is the minimum you want to, maximum you want to be paying for him. I don't want to do too many. I'm going to bang out a little bit, but it is about to probably kick me off. Right, it's going to kick me off. But Semedo's another one. He's a pacey right back from that league. He's a no-brainer without a doubt. Alba is another one. But I would initially start, do this video to see what I've seen. Start with Sissoko, Anderson, your right backs, Wan-Bissaka, etc, etc, etc. They're the ones I would start with, and then I'd move on to other leagues and whatnot. Look at other meta players and they're the sort of players. Think, right, okay, well, how many pacey right backs are there in the league? Not that many. I'm going to list them up. But do not go for players that are 86, 87, 88. No need. Go for the ones that are overpowered for their rating, because people don't realise what they're worth. So go for your 82s, 83s and 84s. The ones that are massively overpowered for the rating, they're the ones that are going to make you the most coins. Because people don't realise. Kieran Tierney, I've seen him go like for discard price a few times this week and picked him up. He's a no-brainer. Players like that are really like unknown to the average casual player that lists them cheap. And go for leagues that are sought after. La Liga is sought after this year because of Messi. So but Barcelona players are big in that. Like Premier League's always sought after. Serie A's always sought after. I avoid doing this too much with Bundesliga, and I avoid doing it too much with the Liga. And I think that many players in that league that are that sought after that you can get the bounces from. But that is going to be the end of this video, lads. If you are new around here, please do subscribe. I've just shown you how it works. I literally, in the space of 15 minutes, made myself about 9,000 coins. If I do that for an hour, it's 40k. Add it to the other methods I've already given you, lads, and we continue to build it up. If you haven't checked out the other videos yet, go and check out the other videos. I'm banging out video after video after video at the moment. It's great if you can subscribe. Don't forget to come and follow me on Twitch. I do this stuff live on Twitch, so you can make coins while watching me do it and ask me questions, and I can give you advice there, face-to-face, one-on-one, which is really cool. And follow me on Twitter because I do giveaways on there all the time. But I'm out, lads. Peace. Have a good Sunday. Speak to you later.